Hey everyone, welcome back to another Seniors Review. This time, Michael and I are going to discuss the episode Good Lars, which premiered today on TV. And of course, it was already released on the Cartoon Network app, so a lot of you may have seen this a while back, but we are covering it today. And it was a pretty good episode, I think. I don't know. Some people might have thought it was a step backwards for Lars, but then I don't know. We know we'll see him more in the future.
Yeah.
But I don't know, another Lars episode. So what do you think?
I thought it was good. Actually, I didn't think this was a step backwards. I think a future episode was. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah. I think this actually more so was a step forward for Lars because he seemed genuinely interested. He was being really nice to Steven. They had a nice moment together finally. And, you know, because he seemed like genuinely like, yeah, when he was like, yeah, I'll see you. Like he was ready. He was just going to go for it, show everyone he could bake. And it was all a good time. And everything was great. And then things ended up not being great. And it wasn't really Lars's fault this time.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. So as we usually have done whenever leaks come out, we cover the first 2 minutes, which we see in the leak itself. So I'm just going to kind of gloss over what happened there. So basically, Steven finds out that Lars is a really good baker, and Buck goes to the Big Donut and invites Lars, Steven, and Sadie to a potluck. And, you know, Lars, of course, always tries to impress Buck because he's a cool kid and he wants to be like friends with him. Steven and Sadie are able to convince Lars, since he's such a good baker, to bake something for the event to try and impress the cool kids. So he decides on baking an ube cake because it represents him. And we actually didn't know exactly what he was making last time.
Yeah.
They hadn't talked about that or like discussed it really, even though we knew it was a purple cake. And I have had ube before.
Oh, really?
I don't really remember what it tastes like. It's been like a couple years, but I have had it. And I was like, oh, how did I forget it's like literally really bright purple like that. It's pretty good from what I remember.
That's you said it's like sweet potato?
Yeah, and that, like, when I had it, I was like confused because that did not taste like a sweet potato because I don't like sweet potatoes.
Yeah, and it's purple. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand.
I guess ube is purple. Yeah, that's just how it is.
That's strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's quite a variety of like ube stuff. I had like bread. I think that's what I had. But then like half of like the stuff at this Filipino bakery I went to had ube in it, and so like everything was purple. I was like, I gotta have this.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So that him making that and saying that it was from his childhood pretty much confirms that he's part Filipino, because he used to have it all the time. So that's pretty cool. Not a lot of characters, I guess, in cartoons especially, are Filipino.
Yeah, that's cool that they threw that little like genuine culture thing in there, especially something that most people might not even know about. Like I'd never heard of that in my life, so that was a nice little nod.
Yeah. So Lars makes a cake with Steven and Sadie. They all help out, and of course it turns out great. Which, I mean, you know, we know that Lars is a good baker, but for some reason he wants to hide this fact because he doesn't think it's cool and it's lame. And, you know, he also at that moment, when he's kind of admitting stuff to Steven, he also kind of admits he loves Sadie, which is, you know, a nice hint at probably what's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, by the end of the series, I think they'll get a little smooch.
I mean, they already have once, but
true.
Yeah.
Like a more of a like official, where a boyfriend girlfriend couple thing smooch, not this weird back and forth, up and down roller coaster that they have going on the whole series.
Exactly, yeah. So Steven reassures Lars, and it seems like Lars is going to show up to the potluck, but he never does. And an interesting tidbit some people noticed was that Lars actually got there before Steven and already left. We can tell this because in the trash can you can see that the cake is already there, which is really sad. So another cool thing is that Steven brings his snack sushi, which we saw him make before in the short Cooking with Lion. So it's like an actual thing, and like you could actually make it if you wanted. It looks pretty gross. I don't know. I wonder if anyone's actually tried it. Like, yeah, they made it because at Cartoon Network like posted a recipe how to make it, or there's videos on YouTube how to make it, and it.
Yeah, it's probably good if you like avocado, I guess.
And Cheeto Puffs.
Yeah. I'm not a big avocado guy.
You don't love? Oh my gosh!
It makes me gag. I hate it.
Oh my gosh!
Hate it so much.
Oh my god!
And I think sriracha's overrated. So, yeah, it's probably good in theory, I guess, if you're a fan of avocado.
Yes, and sriracha and Cheetos.
Yes.
So we learned that the cool kids actually liked Lars for who he is, because Lars embarrassed himself in front of Buck earlier in the episode, but Buck didn't see it that way. Which these are really genuinely nice people, and Lars does not think of them like that. He just thinks they're the cool people that he should idolize, and not realize that these are also people who might see something in him, just for who he is.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. I always appreciated that about those characters, because it would be really easy to just make them the snobby, uppity type of characters, but they're just so chill and down to earth. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Steven goes out to search for Lars, but he has no luck, and we even get to see Steven use his floating ability. So I'm really glad he has full mastery, pretty much, of that one at this point. And Steven goes back to Sour Cream's house, and he notices the cake in the trash. So, obviously he's really disappointed in Lars. He totally thought, they all thought he was coming to the party, and he didn't. So eventually he and Sadie leaves. But the good thing is that it seems that Sadie became friends with the cool kids, which is really nice to see that she finally, I guess she never interacted with them before, but, it's cool that they become friends, And Lars is the only one missing now, I guess, that he can become friends with them.
Rip.
I know.
Yeah, Sadie's a cool kid now. Yeah. It's confirmed. Yeah, I loved her potluck song. It's pretty dope.
She just said potluck.
Yeah.
The word potluck.
That's why I loved it. No, it was so ridiculous. But jam sessions, as someone who's done the jam sessions, they definitely can go like that, where you're just saying random stuff that doesn't mean anything at all.
Interesting.
Usually more in key than that, but Sadie gave it her all.
So, to end off the episode, Steven and Sadie go their separate ways. And once again, like in the last episode, we see two shadows follow Sadie. And that's where the episode ends off.
Whoever could it be?
I have no idea. About to see next episode.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and then, what 1 day cliffhanger, unless you watch the actual on the app. Not much of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'm curious. Let us know in the comments if you are watching this on TV or if you've already seen it through the.
For those who haven't been spoiled, that's impressive. Like if they managed not to see who those shadows are.
Yeah, I want to know how many people are watching it on TV and avoided the spoilers.
Yeah. So what did you think of you thought it was a pretty good episode overall, right? You said.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Now, do you think Lars put the cake in the trash, or do you think it just happened that way when he got kidnapped somehow?
I think he put it in, then he went to go home.
And then he got kidnapped.
Yeah, that makes the most sense. Feels like he just dumped it in there.
I hope not.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking he could have dropped it. I was
trash.
Yeah, I was 50-50, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that does make sense. I just, God, come on, Lars, man.
I know, so much. He could have done so much. He was there. He was at the house. Back at the last second.
So close.
They should have just made sure he went, grabbed him at his house, walked with him, so he could definitely go.
Well, Steven had to make his snack sushi.
I know. He did.
Yeah. I really appreciated the little life lesson that they dropped, where Sadie was like, maybe I should stop trying to fix Lars's problems and focus on my life or whatever, because there's some people you just cannot, you could try to help them. You can help them once or twice, maybe even 3 times, but some people just are not going to get it, and they have to just learn it for themselves. No matter how hard you try, it's just not going to process for them. So you can't focus all your energy on someone who is not taking the time to better themselves and do that. And I like that little life lesson they dropped via Sadie, especially when she was like, I just wish I can make him be happy, which I've definitely I think we've all experienced that before. Yeah,
wow, that is, you're right. How you said it just really sunk into right now.
Yeah,
that's a great life lesson, and it sucks, because I want to be like Sadie. I just want to fix, help,
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't always work like that.
Yeah, some people just are not gonna get it after a while, so you just have to let them do their thing and figure it out for themselves and better your life and maybe better others who will get it. Yeah.
Awesome. So like we said, this was a great episode. It was, a good watch. It just ended off really well. The whole thing throughout was pretty well done. I'm just glad to see that these so-called Beach City like character episodes are doing like pretty great this time around, because we know in the past they had been kind of lackluster almost, but they serve a purpose at least, as we can see.
Yep, definitely.
So thank you guys for watching, and we'll cover the next episode tomorrow.
See ya.